Flight safety is the cornerstone of civil aviation and is essential for protecting people during their travels. Therefore, the Civil Aeronautics Administration has adhered to the Chicago Convention to establish comprehensive flight safety regulations and enhance its safety oversight system to ensure that all flight operations and activities are fully complied with international standards. To implement safety oversight, we've taken the following 3 steps. The first step is the incorporation of international standards into laws and regulation. We regularly review the latest ICAO standards and recommended practices, and enact suitable legislation based on the situation in Taiwan. The second step is to implement all laws and policies into procedures. We require airlines and all other aviation service providers to establish operating procedures and ensure strictly compliance by employees. These serve as guidelines for self-audit and safety management. The CAA also continues to supervise national civil air transport enterprises in accordance with their safety performance and scopes of operation. The civil air transport enterprises shall set up certain safety performance indicators and targets, and report on their achievements and improvement actions in regular basis to control flight safety risks effectively. The third step involves systematically implement the safety oversight system. The CAA established a flight safety oversight system to implement inspections on civil air transport enterprises, general aviation enterprises, repair stations, and civil aviation training institutions in their flight, maintenance, and training operations on a regular and irregular basis to ensure their operations are fully complied with laws and regulations. The CAA also sets up qualification requirements and inspection procedures for safety inspectors. By conducting comprehensive training, we could enhance the ability of performing safety inspection. It is our expectation by implementing a comprehensive flight safety oversight system to create a safe environment with aviation service providers. Taiwan has established and implemented the State Safety Program. We supervise all aviation service providers and ensure that they follow the safety management system for implementing flight risk assessments, and set up the Safety Performance Index and Safety Performance Target to systematically identify hazards and manage risks. Through continuous monitoring and regular assessments, we could confirm the effectiveness of their procedures, eliminate the occurrence of medium and high-risk incidents, and maintain overall flight safety. The CAA oversees the Taipei Flight Information Region and is responsible for managing the immense air traffic in East Asia. The air navigation and weather services use radar, radio, and automated equipment to provide air traffic services and information for all aircraft. They help all flights take off and land safely in an orderly fashion, and continue to establish and replace navigational equipment to meet the international flight safety standards. The CAA visits air navigation and weather services each year to implement system inspections, including air traffic control, aeronautical meteorology, flight information, aeronautical telecommunications, maintenance of navigation facilities, and other inspections, thereby ensuring the quality and efficiency of flight services in the Taipei Flight Information Region. Airport ground safety is also crucial for flight safety to ensure that the runways, taxiways, aprons, and other airside facilities meet international civil aviation regulations. We require airports to implement daily airside inspections and safety maintenance, implement a 3-tiered mechanism to supervise and manage the operation of airport ground handling service providers. First, we require ground handling service providers to conduct self-inspections. Furthermore, airports also inspect the apron operation of ground handling service providers. Finally, the CAA supervises and inspects airports and ground handling service providers. to ensure the safety and order of airside operations and prevent ground safety incidents. As the threat of terrorist attacks persists worldwide, to prevent unlawful interference from jeopardizing civil aviation flight safety, strong aviation security measures must be rigorously implemented. The CAA has established the National Civil Aviation Security Program and set up aviation security measures to protect airports from unlawful interference. The CAA also requires the Aviation Police Bureau and airline companies to establish aviation security programs and implement aviation security operation. To enhance network security and prevent damage to network and information systems that may affect normal flight operations. The CAA incorporated International Aviation Network Security regulations into the NCASP and requires operators to follow the regulations. In terms of the safety management of the airports, when entering or exiting restricted areas of airports, all personnel and vehicles are subject to rigorous security inspections. Advanced surveillance systems are also set up in areas around the restricted areas of airports to deter acts that threaten flight security. All airside and surrounding areas of the airports are monitored constantly. Bringing dangerous items on board an aircraft can severely affect flight safety. All safety inspections before boarding are based on international regulations on whether passengers and crew members have brought or transported dangerous items. Furthermore, the transportation of dangerous items by air requires approval. They must be stored, contained, and transported in accordance with regulations to ensure safety during transportation. Taiwan has implemented safety inspection measures for 100% of exports by air freight. Before exports can be placed on board an aircraft, they must be thoroughly inspected using X-ray and explosive trace detection. The CAA visits airline companies, airports, and other security units for audits with the aim of strengthening aviation security and the management of dangerous items in air transport to fully improve flight safety. When an aviation safety inspector discovers any deficiency during inspections, he shall immediately request the operator to implement improvements and register the inspection report in the Flight Safety Management Information System. The CAA encourages all aviation service providers to immediately report any incident that may affect safety. The data collection, analysis, and management on the platform helps create more comprehensive flight safety information. Flight safety is based on comprehensive supervision mechanisms, and the supervising personnel are the core of this mechanisms. For decades, with the joint efforts of CAA and all aviation service providers, our safety performance are maintained higher than international standards. Looking towards the future, the CAA will continue to intensify flight safety oversight activities, improve overall flight safety, and enhance flight security and counter-terrorism operations to ensure flight safety with aviation service providers. The safety of every flight is made possible with the support of the CAA. Civil Aeronautics Administration makes flights and your trips safer.